Hello, Fairfax County Public Schools. This is Dr. Brabrand. I know you think I would be in a school today for our weekly schools video, but it's right before Thanksgiving, so welcome to the Thanksgiving edition. We're here today at the Thanksgiving table with some of our very, very special members of the Fairfax County Public Schools family, and I'd like to introduce them. We have Gillian Dominich, Mara Francis, Mike Mukai, and Stefan Glasgow. And we're glad to have all four of you here at the table today. Thanks for coming and talking a little bit about what's so special of being part of the Fairfax County Public Schools family. Mike, why don't we start with you? I understand you were almost like born and raised literally in Fairfax County Public Schools. Tell us our story and why you're still a member of the Fairfax County family.
You know, I've been here basically my entire life. I went to Forest Edge Elementary School. And then I was one of the first students at Hutchison's Gifted and Talented Center when they opened the Gifted Center at Hutchison. And then I went to Langston Hughes Intermediate, and then I was in the first graduating class at Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, and so except for, and I always make the joke, so I've spent now 28 years in high school. The 4 that I spent at Jefferson as a student, and then I went to Virginia Tech and then came back, and I've spent the last 24 in high schools at 5 different high schools.
Oh my God, what got you to come back to Fairfax County Public Schools after really being born and raised in them?
You know, so when I went to Virginia Tech, I had an opportunity. There was a small school division, Floyd County in Virginia, and they had just started a wrestling program, and I had had the opportunity to wrestle for Virginia Tech, and they were looking for someone to come and help them, you know, start their wrestling program. So I came in, I started coaching a little bit with Floyd County, and at the time they couldn't pay me, but they, you know, worked things out so I could get a little bit of substitute pay and end up falling in love with teaching and coaching. And then when I went to my early hire interviews at Virginia Tech, I had an interview with several other counties, and then as soon as I had my interview with Fairfax, they gave me an offer, and it was what a great opportunity to come home and give back to the system that really had made a difference in my life.
So how does it feel now to still be a part of the Fairfax County Public Schools family after all these years?
You know, it's wonderful. I think having grown up here and seeing the changes, you know, I really came into a situation where, at a time where Fairfax County was at, you know, at a tipping point, at a time where, you know, in the 80s, you know, the internet was just starting to get, you know, going, and they took a risk. You know, they opened up a magnet school for science and technology, and little did they know at the time what a difference that school would make. You know, Ray Volrath was the first principal, and I remember at the time, no one was really sure. He actually had to come to Langston Hughes. And I'll always remember, he gave a speech, and he sat in there with myself and the other prospective students and my parents and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, I promise you, if you go to this school, we will keep it open for at least 4 years." And it took arm twisting to get kids to go to that school, and you look at it now, and no one ever believes me that at the time, people were unsure that they would ever want to go to a school like that.
Well, Mike, what seems clear to me is Fairfax County Public Schools invested in you as a young man all the way through at elementary, middle, and then at high school to be in that first class at TJ. And then you've come back and invested in Fairfax County Public Schools, and we're so grateful and thankful that you've been a part, and now you're doing a great job as principal at West Springfield. So, great job.
Thank you.
Stefan?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your journey here in the Fairfax County Public Schools family.
Well, I came from Alexandria Schools in the 9th grade and went to Edison. I just love the teachers there. Actually, there's a couple of teachers that's still there when I was there.
Do you still talk to them at all?
No.
Connected to them?
No.
You had great memories of them.
Yes, and well, I still talk to Sherman that works in the office, the security. Still talk to him. And I graduated in '97 from Edison, and then I came back, started working in 2007, I think. I started driving a bus, and I started at West Potomac at first, but then opening came up at Edison. And I've been
So
here
you're
since.
Driving a bus route back at your old high school?
Back at my old high
Oh
school. I
my
love
goodness.
It.
What made you come back to the Fairfax County Public Schools family?
It actually helped me out with being able to bring my kids to school. I mean, you're on the bus with me. So.
And that was one of the innovations to really attract drivers. You could have your child on the bus and be a part of
I was working for Oakton County, and when I saw that, I had just had my first child. I was like, oh, I can go somewhere and have my baby with me. So that really drew me in.
Well, what do you feel now that is so special about being in Fairfax County and driving a bus and seeing these kids, many that may remind you of you at that time, and now you're driving them to school? What does it feel like? Or do you tell them that you're a Edison grad?
Yes. My Edison students, I switched routes, but I'm still at Edison. We talk all the time.
Do they believe, they can't believe you were a high school student?
Can't believe I was a high school student.
Wow.
At all.
Well, we're so grateful you made a decision to come back and be a driver for us. And, you know, there continues to be a shortage of great drivers, and we're lucky to have someone like you who has stuck with us year after year after year.
We're going to get some more, no worries.
Well, okay. Maybe even more so with you sharing your story today. So, Gillian, tell us a little bit about your journey in the Fairfax County Public Schools.
So I started in kindergarten. My dad was the superintendent.
Who was your dad?
Daniel Dominic.
Wow. So what was it like to be in the Fairfax County Public Schools family as a student with your dad as the superintendent?
It was actually quite fun. As a student, not only did I hear from my friends, their parents, and my teachers begging me to close school for snow days.
Wow. So you're the most popular student in Fairfax County on a snow day.
They knew, yes, winter came and they knew who to come to. And they would ask me and beg me, can you please tell your dad to close schools?
How did it work in the age before the cell phone or iPhone, or were you right in that generation where the phone was ringing, or you got emails? How did it happen?
We had kids knocking at our door, so they came around. I was friends with a lot of people in the neighborhood, so.
Oh my God.
And I hung out with them. So I was kindergarten through 6th grade while he was in the district being superintendent. We moved away to New Jersey. He got another job, and we moved back. My junior year of high school, I went to Oakton High School, and now he works for the American Association of School Administrators, working nationally with other schools to see how they're doing and how we can bring that to Fairfax County also, and what we're doing to show them.
Well, we're grateful for your dad and his legacy here. We talk about equity a lot, and your dad really began a major conversation around this issue of equity years and years ago. And how did it feel, though? What brought you back to the Fairfax County Public Schools family? You could have gone anywhere after you graduated from Oakton High. What brought you back here?
So basically my teachers were amazing that I had from all the way from kindergarten, and even in high school. I still connect with my 2nd grade, 1st grade, 3rd, 5th grade teachers that I had.
Wow.
I visit them a lot, actually, and my high school teachers, I actually just had a dinner with them and met with them, and now they see me as a colleague now instead of a high school student, so that's pretty cool.
Wow.
And
Is it cool to be back in a system that you were in as a young child,
Yes.
and also one that your family was an integral part of? How does it feel?
It's just amazing. They gave so much to me, and I want to give back to those kids too and help them any way that possible that I can.
Well, you know, we know a lot about your dad's legacy, but it's clear you've made and are making your own legacy here, and we're grateful for what you're doing at Glasgow.
Thank you.
So thank you. Well, Maura, tell us a little bit about your journey here in Fairfax County Public Schools.
So I moved here, I believe, in 84, 85, and I started as a freshman at Oakton High School.
A freshman, so you came in right in freshman year of high
I came in right at a
school.
good time, yep. And I spent all 4 years at Oakton High School, and it was a great experience. I remember Mr. Addy and Mr. Mills and Coach Fish. Like, I remember, like, certain teachers just had such presence in the hallway, and they made such an effort to build a rapport with the students in their schools. And it was a great place to be. They built community, and we strived for academic excellence as well, but it was a great place to be.
What brought you back after leaving Oakton and graduating and going to school?
So after I graduated, I went to Arlington for a little bit.
Ooh.
I was not invited back here yet.
Okay.
My dad was still superintendent of Fairfax County Public Schools at the time, so I had to wait. And so I waited until after he retired. And after he retired, I came back.
Oh, and your father was?
My father was Robert Spillane.
Wow. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
What was it like for you growing up and having your father as superintendent of schools?
Very similar. I was a popular girl when the snow system was coming in. We had at our house, we had we called the bat phone. There was a special phone line in the house that just rang in the morning when it came to snow days. It was a business phone, but we knew in the mornings when there was going to be a call that phone would ring.
Could you hear the phone ringing from your own room?
Oh yeah, yes, louder than any alarm ever in the histories of the yeah. But you know, at Oakton, everyone made me feel welcome. I didn't really feel any different than anybody else.
Mhm.
I didn't feel any extra pressure or anything like that.
Well, just speaking about your father, many people have memories still in the system about your dad,
Yeah.
and he brought Fairfax County Public Schools into a national conversation during his 12-year term. And we're so grateful for everything he has done. And, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. And the Robert Spillane Award that we give each year at Leadership Conference is just a powerful testament to his legacy. So thank you, and you're making your own legacy. It's amazing that 2 children of superintendents in Fairfax have come back into the Fairfax family. That says a lot about the experiences you had when you were here as students and now as employees. So what are some final thoughts here as we give thanks at Thanksgiving that you want to just, as you sum up your experience so far in Fairfax County Schools, that you're thankful for? Maura, I'll start with you.
I'm definitely thankful for all the people that I work with, and the collaboration we have and how we work together to solve problems and to make it all happen. We're a one-on-one school, so it has been a great learning experience, and there's just everybody's there, all hands in to accomplish the goals.
Wow, and you're at Poplar Tree, is that right?
I am at Poplar Tree
Wow,
Elementary.
what a wonderful
15
elementary
years.
school.
It is.
15 years
15
there.
years there.
Wow, well, we're glad you left Arlington and came back, become part of the family again. Gillian, what are your final thoughts about what you're thankful for in being in the Fairfax County Public Schools family?
I'm very thankful for all the teachers that I had in Fairfax County. Very thankful, actually, the principal that was at Oakton, Dr. Banbury, was my master's teacher as well when I was doing my master's this past year. I'm very thankful for him. He taught me a lot. Thankful for my dad for kind of helping me out in this education world. I'm thankful for my school and my colleagues as well, and my principal for really challenging me this year as my first year at Glasgow.
Wow, fantastic. Stefan, what are you thankful for as you look back at this Thanksgiving holiday?
I'm thankful for the teachers that I had. Definitely thankful for my team. It's Team 13. We're like a family. I think the whole transportation system is like a family, and I'm really thankful for that.
Well, we're thankful you came back. And so Mom was the bus driver. Well, you know what? Not everybody can say their mom was their mom and the bus driver for their school.
I know.
Mike, what are your final thoughts about what you're thankful for being in the Fairfax County Public Schools family?
I'm so fortunate having grown up here and then being a teacher and a coach and an assistant principal and now principal. I came into a time where who would have ever known that I would have been in a system that was changing when, especially Mara's father was taking a risk and being in the lead to do something that other systems hadn't done, and it has changed my entire life. I was a National Merit Scholar and going to Virginia Tech on scholarship, so that changed my life. And then coming back and having so many colleagues that, again, that have just committed themselves to helping kids, and now being principal and having such an amazing staff and teachers that I work with. And maybe most of all, and I think, as you alluded to a minute ago, a lot of us have voted with our own children about the trust and love. And even though as I chose as a staff member and as a teacher to come back to the county, I've chosen to have my son here. And it has made such a difference in his life. He's a senior at Robinson.
Wow.
He has just committed to go to Brown University.
Oh,
And,
fantastic, Mike. Congratulations.
Yeah, and how can anyone be more thankful than what a school system has done for your kids?
Well, life is a sum of choices, and you talked about taking a risk. I'd like to say you chose to invest, you chose to believe in Fairfax County Public Schools. The truth is, Mara, your father did in coming here, and you did in coming back here to be a teacher. Gillian, your father did. He believed in this system, and then you came back and are continuing the legacy, both of you, of your fathers. That's just so powerful. And the two of you graduated from high schools in Fairfax and both came back and found a way to support the Fairfax County Public Schools family. I'm so grateful and thankful to be in a system with the kind of employees that you all are. We are so lucky and blessed to have people like you. So it is Thanksgiving. We have our Thanksgiving cider that I am supposed to share and our pecan pie. So just a toast to everyone in Fairfax County Public Schools. We want to wish you from the Fairfax County family of Gillian and Mara and Mike and Stefan, we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving with family and friends. Here's to happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.